both of you guys. It was 81-80 with just about 90 seconds left. Can you just take me through what those last minutes were like for you guys and what you saw, what went wrong?
I think we were down one, and then they threw an inbound pass. I got a steal. I just felt like we had ample opportunity down the stretch to close. We had Kip with the layup, and then we had another jump shot. But I told him that that shot that he made was my bad. I didn't put the ball right where I should have put it in place for him to knock the shot down. But at the end of the day, I told him 100 times out of 100 times, if I have that same play, I'm keep kicking it to you, because I trusted him as a veteran and as my brother to knock the shot down.
Rob?
You guys both did great individually and team-wise. You're missing Trent, who plays the same position. What did you miss by not having Trent there? Andres, go first.
I think Trent is one of the best defensive players that we have on the team, and I think that's one thing that we missed tonight from his part. You know, he always acted on be on the right side, help. You know, getting rebound, getting assists, everything. He do everything on the court. So I think we missed that part from him.
I mean, just missed him as a whole. Like he's such a great player. I'm upset that we couldn't get a W for him, because I know if he was here, he would have gave it his all. So at the end of the day, just a great player. And when you don't have we do not have a great player like that on our team, it hurts a lot.
First half, you guys kind of held the Hoyas off the glass, but in the second half, they dominated. Just what kind of changed with that?
I mean, I feel like we was boxing out. Sometimes the ball just bounced awkwardly, but we just got to get back in the gym. We just got to just keep getting better and better. Second game of the season, it was a great test for us as a team to see where we at against other good and athletic teams. So we just got to get back to the drawing board, and we get better and better.
Sorry. Kind of a follow-up on that, Io. Just what have you learned these first two games?
I learned a lot. I learned that we have to close, like me being a leader in the team. I have to help my team close out the game better. It was a close game. We had ample opportunities to close us down the stretch, and at the end of the day, I feel like I have to do a better job of putting my team in better position to close.
Scott?
Andres, you mentioned Trent's defense as being something this team missed. What could you have done, as a team, just maybe to limit the easy looks that Georgetown got at the rim?
I think we should, keep fighting for it, and keep doing what we do. That is play hard and do our job, being in the right position and all that. And I think for the most part, we did our job. We just, have to keep improving on that side of the game.
You mentioned giving some encouraging words to Kipper at the end. Just what was he saying back to you?
I mean, he was just accepting it. I just told him that if we could do it all over again, I'm going to drive it, I'm going to kick to you again. Just knock it down. Nothing more than that. I just told him that I believe in you, and I know that you're capable of making that shot. So when they collapse me, I'm going to put it right there for you.
In the back?
Andres, you had a few key steals in the second half there. What were you kind of seeing that allowed you to make those key plays?
I mean, I was out there. I was trying to give it up for my team, like I always do. And in that opportunity, I was seeing that I had the opportunity to get this steal, and I just went for it, because that's what I do. I give it up for my team.
Jeremy?
Io, you're heading to Maui Invitational, where there's some of the best programs in the country out there. What do you guys see this next week as for you guys?
I mean, after today, we go watch film tomorrow morning, and then we go try to get better, and then we go put this game behind us, because we got a great Gonzaga team that we hosting next week. So we can't dwell. We can't get too high. We can't get low. We have to stay level-headed, and we got to come out and just fight a little bit harder. I think that today was a great showing for us. I think everyone tried their best, and everyone gave their all. At the end of the day, some nights you just don't go your way, but as long as we fought hard.
Back here. Third row. Derek?
All right, what was it like playing in that environment tonight? Was that kind of what you envisioned when you came here?
Yeah, it was amazing. The fans was amazing. Everyone was amazing. My teammates was amazing. It was so great that I'm just upset with myself, because I feel like the fans gave it their all cheering, and then we just couldn't get the W for them. But we got to just try to get back to the gym and just try to go harder.
Anything else for the players? All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll give Georgetown a lot of credit. They made every play when they needed to make it, and was really 50-50 balls, rebounding. Some of the things that they made, that they did were huge in giving them second opportunities. I was really, really disappointed defensively tonight. Just simple rotations. They ran very little in terms of a couple plays, and yet it's the difference between 3 feet. We talked about it. We talked about it in the locker room. It's help side defense, being where you're supposed to be, and it's a difference between winning and losing in college basketball. And we didn't get there consistently. And truth be told, it's where we missed Trent the most. Trent's taken 5 charges in our exhibition, our first game, because he's a great help side defender. We didn't take very many tonight, and we missed that. And Trent's very, very vocal on the court. But a lot of positives. I think we're starting to see the evolution of a couple really good freshmen and their development. Tevian and Allen continue to grow. That's exciting. But I thought that Io and Georgie were unfazed by anything that goes on. I think Georgie did an unbelievable job defensively tonight. I'm so impressed with him and his IQ at the defensive end. We've got to keep him on the court. I think he picked up 3 fouls setting screens tonight. Those are huge. And that happens in Europe all the time. People just basically maul you setting a screen, and we keep hammering at him every single day that he can't throw his hip and do some of those things. But the better team won tonight. Georgetown was good. They made the plays, and give them a lot of credit, and we'll continue to grow from this.
Joey,
Coach Io took a lot of the blame for that loss. What does that say about him for a freshman to kind of step into that role?
He doesn't have anything to hang his head about. He's experiencing high major college basketball for the first time, and 25 points and extended minutes. That's the one thing with Trent gone. It probably added 6 or 7 minutes to each one, he and Dre, and that's the one thing I'm so impressed with. I walked into that locker room tonight, and wasn't guys hanging their heads. This was a group of guys that was pissed off, and they were frustrated with themselves. And we got 7 a.m. film in the morning, and they'll all be in there and ready to tackle and look at the mistakes and grow. And the thing that excites me about Io is his growth. I mean, look what he's doing already, and we just look at his development as it continues to blossom, as we did Trent last year. We've got a pretty good player coming.
Jeremy?
Brad, obviously those last couple minutes really rough with some of the plays with Kipper. What do you tell him after that game?
Next game. It's all I know to tell him. The next game, you can't dwell on this one. You move forward and go do some better things next time. And it's always about effort. It's always about effort. Whether it's going for the loose ball like he did, there's nothing. I always say it, the basketball gods always win out. They always win out. And when McClung sprinted to it, he got it. We didn't. And their kids sprinted to go challenge a shot, and we missed it. But that's 2 plays of many. And He didn't get a great pass, but I know I'll give him a better pass next time, and I know Caper will make the shot the next time.
You mentioned missing Trent defensively, but just offensively, what void was his not being there? What did that create?
Well, there's the obvious. There's the capability of scoring 30 every single night, and that's an unbelievable threat to have. He's at the top of everybody's scouting report, and so they're going to scheme him, which makes things better. I don't think it's any coincidence AJ didn't have quite the night that we're accustomed to. Trent sprays that basketball. 7 assists the other night. No turnovers. Trent is an electric guard who has a unique playmaking ability, and he's got a unique talent because when he has to, he can go get one. And we didn't have that. And tonight we missed his playmaking, and it affected other guys.
Coach, what do you think of DeMonte's performance tonight, especially on the defensive end?
Well, DeMonte always makes a lot of plays, and he's a guy that as many plays as he makes, I'm still ticked off because he got beat off the dribble twice, and he never gets beat off the dribble. And but DeMonte's a guy that, man, he's got pride. He made a big block. He gets the steal. He just continues to do the right things.
Shannon?
Knowing the extent of Trent's concussion, like how bad it is or how much time, or is it just one of those things you've got to wait it out?
Yeah, I think in concussion protocol today, I mean, we're all at the mercy of that base test, how that is, and how his symptoms relate. I'm sure they will, be testing on a daily basis. To be honest, I don't know any more than that.
Practice?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah, actually, he and Georgie kind of bumped into each other on an out-of-bounds play and tried to finish the play and stayed after practice and worked out, and then so.
Coach, Adonis made his debut tonight. What do you see from him?
A guy who's got to get in shape. I think that Adonis is going to help us a bunch, because we can play Georgie at the 4. We can go bigger when we need to, and he takes up so much space, and he's a threat offensively. He was amped up and nervous and all of that stuff, but he's a guy that just in sheer size imposes his way with people, and he'll get there. He's going to be a big help to us.
Rob?
Andres kind of took over the game for a period there. Shortly after went out, got a big standing ovation. This is one of the things that coaches sometimes get criticized for, like a rotation or a substitution. Did you just go with the regular plan?
No, he has to come out. He has to come out.
He was tired.
Yeah, he has to come out. And we ask our guys all the time to be very unselfish and sub themselves, and ask to come out. And he gave the shirt tug, and he was juiced, and same reason I took Io out right around the 8-minute timeout, and he played the whole half, and tried to buy time around the media timeout, and he was exhausted as well.
Bob?
Coach, after a close loss like that, is it a good thing to be facing what you face next?
Well, we don't have any choice, so it's a great opportunity. I'm excited. It's in the elite event and all of the preseason basketball and the tournaments, and you think I'm afraid to go challenge anybody with this group? The way this group's going to develop and continue to grow, I'm excited. Every night, the rest of the way for us. The rest of the way for us is like this. Real dudes, man. Guys that are really good players, and guys that are well coached and make plays, and man, we're just got to keep growing, and whether it's, and I use Tev as an example. We talk all the time about blocking out. Well, he didn't block out, and the guy dunked the ball, and we learn from those things. But we're going to continue to see those guys every single game from here on, and Gonzaga's a veteran team, and we've got to be better. We got to do some things better. So but yeah, we're not going to back down from anybody. We're going to throw it up and keep going.
What impact did Georgie picking up his fourth foul around the 8-minute mark have?
A lot. Huge. We need Georgie on the floor because he's our best defender. And I asked him, and I should have subbed him there. I should have subbed him. I know he played a little bit of a stretch there, and if I could go back and do anything again, I would have taken him out at that timeout. It was an out-of-bounds play underneath, and he commits the foul on the illegal screen. But again, that's something he's got to grow from and can't make those.
Scott.
What is it about Io and Georgie that 2 games into their college careers, the moment doesn't seem too big for them at all?
Oh, you're born with that. You're born with that. You're a winner. You recruit it. There's an inner confidence. There's a swagger. There's a, the young man came in here and took blame for a loss. 2 games into his career. Are you kidding me? How mature is that? So there's a maturity that goes well beyond. There's an expectation from Maio. There's an expectation from Georgie. It's not just trying to find your way. It's trying to do the right things to win. And there's a tremendous maturity. And for Io to set up here and take that burden on his shoulders as an 18-year-old, that's pretty unique. Pretty unique.
Coach, with 39 seconds left, you were down by 4. Did you think about going 2 for 1, or was it more about just getting the best shot possible?
Best shot possible at that point. I think that I think we got a clean look at a 3 at that point, and we run an action that we always run. We like it. We got a great shot. I mean, I have no problem with our shots. I turned one over late in transition, but I liked our shots. I liked the opportunities we've got, and Dre missed a point-blank layup, and we had a wide-open 3 in the corner, and Kipper got a good look, and so we'll knock those down. Our time will come.
Coach, DeMonte Williams tied a career high tonight with 11 points. You had 4 steals and a really big block late. How would you evaluate his performance tonight?
Oh, it's what he does every night. I mean, he's going to fill the stat sheet every night, and he's a guy that has a knack for making those plays. Just a great anticipation play. That right now he and Trent are probably the only 2 guys on our team that make that rotation to get that steal. And again, that's where we've got to get better. We've got to continue to grow in that area. But DeMonte does so many things right. The points are a bonus, and he was confident. He's aggressive, and I like DeMonte when he's that way.
Nico in the back.
Georgie's mom made the trip out tonight. Were you able to talk to him before or after the game about that, and kind of what was it like seeing the performance he was able to put up tonight?
Well, I hope she tells him to quit fouling on screens. No, she's a special lady, and she made the trip, and that's got to mean a lot to him. And early in his career to have his mom show up, and we knew she was coming into town, and I don't think Georgie's that way every day. So, Georgie doesn't lack for enthusiasm and energy, but I'm happy for him. I'm disappointed we didn't get the win for her, but yeah, that's a pretty cool thing to fly halfway around the world to see her son play.
Scott.
You mentioned the mood in the locker room after the game. How different is that than maybe a year ago in a similar type situation?
It's refreshing. Let's just put it that way. We're headed in the right direction. And we're headed in the right direction. It's refreshing to walk in and see that and feel that. And I do that every day. And I'm telling you, I love this team. I love where this team is going. I love what they're standing for. And the Illini Nation should believe me when I say that. I mean, because it's unique. It's unique.
Rob.
You're saying the future is bright, and speaking of which, Kent told us yesterday that tomorrow there's a press conference with Dan Hartlib, Nancy Faye, and Tyra Perry. Are you going to be at that press conference?
I don't know. Am I there Derek? I guess we'll see. Is that a question or a recruiting question? Okay,
We'll let you know tomorrow, Rob.
yeah, I guess if I'm there, I'm there.
Anything else for Coach? Oh, one more. In the middle.
You guys were outscored by 22 in bench points. Do you feel like losing Trent was a big factor in that, forcing Andres to start?
Absolutely. It's been a positive for us. And again, give their kids credit. LeBlanc, man, that's a talented freshman. That kid's going to be good. LeBlanc, and then you give Blair, off the bench because, one of the guys we were as worried about as anybody was Pickett. He was a non-factor. Morning was a non-factor for the most part. And yet those guys stepped up and did what they do. And again, we get skewed. We've known Trent's our guy for, I don't know, since everybody got here. And yet it's I spend more time worried about our bench being productive than I do who starts, because I know it's that important. And Dre's been that guy for us, throughout our scrimmages and our exhibitions, being able to give us 16 to 20 a night. I don't know what do you have tonight. He gets 13. Then but it's a different role. And there's productivity coming off that. And I like Dre coming off the bench. He gives us great offense. DeMonte gives us leadership and great defense. And Allen gives us a shooter, and Tev gives us an athlete, and that was thrown off a little bit tonight.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.